The following program is hosted by immature, irreverent, obnoxious, and often disgusting young men. Listener discretion is advised.
This time on Nude Clan, Raging Bowl.
Shall we play a game?
You got several things to do. You got work, kids in school. What do you do when it's all over?
How do you hand something from one player to another?
Dark soul light. Turn on the TV, pick up the controller and play some games with the new clan.
Welcome to another episode of Nude Clan. I am your host, Caleb Craig.
Caleb Schweiss.
And Cameron.
And today we're going to talk about a gaming icon or legend of sorts, Uve Boll.
Oh,
He has been quite a legend.
yeah. Oh my God.
What?
Another Skype call interrupted us.
Oh, man. Did it cut
How
off?
rude.
Oh, okay. Cam's still here. Good.
Yeah, I didn't
Did you
cut
know-
off the Cameron.
Uve Boll just retweeted my tweet for that last episode, too. So
Nice.
he's obviously not listened to it because I don't see any challenges for a boxing match yet. So
Yeah, unfortunate. That would be
think-
great.
I think the conditions of the boxing match was that you have to have 2 negative reviews of his movies placed on the internet.
well,
don't
we do. Yeah,
Do we?
yeah.
Oh, we do.
they're very
yeah.
negative.
But I don't think he's seen or listened to them. So
No, he's obviously not listened to him.
Yeah.
He just sees his name and he has to retweet it. He has a surprisingly low amount of Twitter followers.
Yeah.
I mean, should
yeah.
that be surprising or no?
Well, I mean, some people do love bad things, and
That's
he
true.
is a creator of bad.
that is true.
It is kind of surprising that he doesn't have a ton of followers on Twitter. And I was almost like, is this actually Uve Boll? Because, like, I don't know if it is. And then, yeah, it is. Like, it's his official Twitter.
It is, yeah. And so I want him to issue a boxing challenge, and I will accept it as long as we get to record it.
Yeah, yeah.
I think he does allow that. He
Because even if you lose, it's going to be a great time. Come on, guys.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would accept it. I think he would probably beat the shit out of us, though. But,
Probably.
I mean, it would still be fucking awesome. It would be so cool.
Say that we battled Uve Boll.
Yeah, in the ring, you know, and gracefully lost, but it would be pretty bitchin'. I think it would benefit us more than him, though.
Of course it would. That's why I want to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Give us some notoriety, you know?
That's right. I wonder what his record is. Maybe Craig knows.
I do.
I don't think he's actually... Has he actually done a boxing match?
Yeah, he has, and he hasn't lost.
Oh, this is perfect. I really want to do it now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think we need to get it. I think we need to get it off the ground for sure. But we'll have to maybe do an interview with him and be like total dicks to him, and then he'll do it.
And we just have the ring in the background ready to go.
Yeah, yeah,
We'd have everything prepped.
yeah. Prep for Bowl. It would be Bowl 2020. Where we all face off against Uve Boll. But so we're going to be learning about Uve Boll's career today, and well, before we get into any of that, guys, if this is your first episode of Nude Clan, come on, man, what a weird place to start, unless you're Uve Boll, I suppose. If you want to get a hold of the show, you could tweet the show at Nude Clan Podcast. That's where you do all of the voting polls, all of the show contacts, a lot of goodies to be had there. You could tweet me personally at UFF Podcast.
Me at Obsidian Ba.
And me at Nude Clan Cam.
You can go to our website, nudeclan.net, see all our episodes there, join the forums, join the discussion, leave us some questions. We love questions, even though we haven't answered one this year yet. Craig is, of course, pulling up questions now due to that very fact. If you guys want to support the show, there are a bunch of great ways to support our show. You can go to patreon.com/nudeclan. Sign up there. Best tier in the world, forcible entry. You can pay us $10 one time and choose 4+ games for us to choose from and to be voted on for our next Nude Clan game. You get to choose a couple of your choice, but I mean the couples are lesser now. Without the Joe, there's really only 3 options, but it's up to you. So go there, do that, get your swag, get your good shit. You can support us by going through our Amazon link on our website, nudeclan.net. We get a small kickback. Doesn't cost you a thing. You can also go to audibletrial.com/nudeclan. If you guys haven't tried Audible yet, you're missing out. It's great. It's a wonderful way to listen to books. If you got a really monotonous, boring job with a lot of people that you don't always want to fucking talk to, like myself, that's a great way to pass the time.
And slam some audiobook hog.
Exactly. And if you aren't using Hogib, you aren't really a listener. It's hogib.herokuapp.com. Keep track of your media consumption. Compete with the community. See how sad your existence truly is in the eyes of those who are greater than yourself. So, all of that and much more. nudeclan.net. Check it out. Thanks for listening. And what has everyone been playing this week, Craig?
Oh, let's see. I started playing some Kingdom Hearts 3 after having finished Birth by Sleep and Birth by Sleep Point 2.
Wait, Birth by Sleep Point 2?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
It's like a little fucking... It's like a 3-hour game that's just there. It was basically like a demo for 3 that they turned into a game to kind of segue some stuff into 3 from the 2.8 collection.
But it's 2.2, though.
No, it's like 0.2. It's really weird.
Birth by Sleep Point 2?
Yeah, it's Birth by Sleep Point 2 Fragmentary Passage.
Fragmentary Passage, huh? That sounds like...
That's what it's called.
Sounds like... I mean, I want to get into some fragmentary passages myself.
I'm sure you do.
But, I don't know, being fragmented... Am I fragmented after going in the fragmenting passage, or can only fragments fit?
In the passage?
Yeah, in the passage. Which of those two more accurately describes? Or, and this is a big if here, is it just a stupid fucking name?
Yes, it is.
By stupid fucking people.
Mm-hmm.
Because does that sound like an appealing game to you, Cameron? Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Point 2 Fragmentary Passage.
I mean, it just makes me think of Fragmented Butthole.
Yeah.
That's what I want it to be.
Fractured butthole?
Yeah, like the fractured butthole, but fragmented butthole.
God. It sounds so stupid.
But it's not that good.
Yeah. It sounds terrible. I don't understand why they can't just call it like Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Interlude or something. Like Final Fantasy IV Interlude After Years and 4. That makes sense. Because Interlude is in between 4 and
Did
After
you say
Years.
Final Fantasy something Interlude?
It's Final Fantasy IV Interlude.
Oh.
Because they have FF4, and then they have Final Fantasy IV The After Years, which takes place 10 years later. And then they have Interlude, which is in between the two. See, that works.
I don't like it.
I'd
rather have a silly-ass name.
Yeah, you'd rather have Fragments of Asshole Part 2.
I mean, yeah, I got to know you're playing another game that has a new...
The Birth by Sleep or the Dream Drop Distance.
Dream Drop Distance makes me angry.
Or 358 over 2 days.
Yeah, it's what the fuck does that even mean? Is it 159 days? Well, I guess it'd be 179 days. Is it 179 days? Is it 358 and a half? What the fuck is happening with this title? And apparently it's supposed to make sense when you play it, but I'm I I don't know how that would make sense.
Yeah, I don't know how that could make sense.
It's probably going to be me being like, why the fuck did they call it this? Like, I get it, but why? If it's 179, it's 179. It's not like 358 is an important number. A year is 365.
Oh, you know what? You know what? Like, actually made me angry when I started playing Kingdom Hearts 3. I started it, and right after you get through like all these cutscenes to like go to the first world, it's like Kingdom Hearts 2.9.
Are you fucking serious?
Yes,
Oh my god.
it actually did that. So I'm wondering if like it's gonna continue with that, like it's gonna just be 2.9 the whole game, or if it's gonna like transition at some point to being Kingdom Hearts 3.
Maybe. How many hours did you put into it?
I've only played it for like an hour.
Oh, are you not digging it, or?
Oh, I did. I just it was like last night, like pretty late after everybody was like off. So I was like, oh fuck, I'll just.
Are you sure everyone was off, Craig?
Yeah.
When were you on?
I got off at about midnight.
Oh, see, I was on until 5,
Oh.
but I was off for a little while because I went and like power napped. That's what I do instead of sleeping. I just sleep for like an hour, wake up, go play.
Multiple power naps.
Yeah, multiple, sure.
Or just one power nap.
Yeah, just one power nap. And then a power nap where it's 5 hours of sleep. But all right, what else you got this week, Craig?
Oh, let's see. I played some Warframe and a little bit of Dragon Ball Fighters last night, so that was cool.
Is that the PS4 game that came out like a few years back?
A little while ago, yeah.
Cool. Did you buy the fancy edition of that thing?
No.
Oh, I thought you did. All right, what else? Is that it? Is that all you got?
And some NBA Playgrounds too.
How's that? Is that worth playing?
I enjoy it. I got it on the Switch, and it's pretty fun on there.
Oh, so you don't want me to play with you then? Is that what you're saying?
You can get it on Switch too.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Why not?
Well, I have a real console and I have a toy, and
I mean, it's kind of like a toy version of basketball.
Oh, that's a good call. Yeah, that's a good idea. So, like, I have to play
It's very arcadey.
all the toy versions of games on the toy version of a console.
Yeah, might
That
as
makes
well.
sense. It probably feels like a AAA title on the Switch, doesn't it?
Basically.
It's like, wow, this is the best looking Switch game I've ever played.
I haven't had any lag yet on it, unlike the OG and NBA Playgrounds that we played.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
That fucking clip of you just sliding and then getting a score because it's fucking bullshit.
should have stopped me, Craig.
Can't stop you from sliding. It's ridiculous.
I remember when
Lagging like crazy.
I kind of miss that game sometimes, especially when I got into being able to shove you and steal the ball like every single time. That was really fun.
The new one is brutal, dude. Like I played yesterday through like a whole season, and every time I had like a 80% chance of making it in, it always missed. Like fucking every time. Fucking hated it. At least NBA Playgrounds was kinder. But
Yeah.
not NBA Playgrounds too.
Well, maybe one of these days I'll pick it up. I do miss playing that with you. That was pretty fun.
It
Pretty
is pretty
fun little chunk of time. Is that all though? Is that all you got?
Pretty sure that's it.
All right. What about you, Cameron? What have you been up to?
I've played a total of no games.
Wow, no games this week.
None.
Why
not
not?
a single fucking game.
Why not?
Just because I've been sick this whole week.
Yeah.
And normally when you're sick, that's when you're like, fuck yeah, I don't have to go to work and play a fuck ton of video games. But that was just fucking not happening, dude.
Yeah, Craig is the only one that isn't sick today. And we have Cameron calling in remotely because I don't want Cameron to kill us all off over here. And Cameron doesn't want that either.
God hates us all.
Yeah, and Cameron does not. So he is recording from his place. We are here at the Studio Schweiss. With and Craig, I'll tell you what, Craig, under this light, you're a very beautiful man.
I know.
Trying to ball like that soft glow.
You know, you look less bald under this light, too.
Do I actually?
Yeah.
That's surprising because I look pretty bald. It's kind of fucking not great right now.
This light's like Rogaine.
Yeah, this light does better than Rogaine does for the Schweiss. No gaming.
Have you tried Rogaine Schweiss?
No, I haven't. I've heard that Kent guy from work. He said because he's kind of going bald too, but he certainly has a lot more hair than I do. But he takes a bunch of stuff for that, and he says it works. But I mean, I don't know. Thing is like he's like fucking 4 or 5 years older than I am, and I'm not. I don't think there's any stopping this. There ain't no getting off of this bald train.
It might slow it down a bit, but I doubt that it does anything for regrowth.
I think my body is too powerful for Rogaine, and I have no.
It's too powerful.
I have no evidence to base this off of, other than my imminent baldness and like how thin my fucking hair is for a 28-year-old man. It's
my body's too powerful for hair.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my body is not, but my head and the gaps on my fucking jawline, those are too powerful for hair. But my ass, my crack is nothing but hair.
So your ass
nothing.
is weak?
That's nice to know.
Nothing but hair. Ha ha. Yes. Yes, no one here to appreciate.
That's a terrible.
Joe laughed.
Joe laughed?
Joe laughed at that. I guarantee it.
You won't know for a little bit.
No, he laughed right now, wherever he's at. He's in his sleep. He's just like, ha!
Jesus, with the clipping.
Yeah, I know. Don't worry, I clipped on our end too. It's perfect. All right, Cameron. Nothing from Cameron. We've got one more week until Red Dead Redemption 2. A huge game review for the show.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna have it done in time, Cameron?
Maybe.
You've always.
Are you still at
bragged.
the same place that you were last time? Like still in chapter 1?
I did not play Red Dead once this whole week, Craig.
Well, I know, but did you play? Okay.
And that's since we last
So-
checked in, Craig.
Yeah, you have like 40 hours that you're going to have to slam in that week.
No, I don't know if you got that long. I mean, if you just do main campaign.
It took me like 40 hours.
But if you
and I
only do
barely
main
did
campaign,
any
can you
side
really
stuff.
say you've played the game and experienced what they want you to experience?
I mean, I don't know. Are you going to take the week off and just do Red
No.
Dead?
I can't do that. I took basically this whole week off. I have fucking work piled up and shit to have to get back to on Monday.
Sounds like Power Monday, and then rest of the week off, right?
And if only it was that simple.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have the time. Why would they give you the time if they didn't want you to use it?
Well, see, you're supposed to use the time intelligently and not take it all at once, and then come back to work completely fucked.
Oh, I mean, they should have people to take over for you when you're gone.
See, I don't. I mean, I do now because my old team was put back together, so now I have those guys to rely on. But before, it was just only fucking me, and that switch happened this week while I was out sick, so there wasn't any way for me to pass off some of my projects to them.
Well,
That seems irresponsible.
I know. That's why we were begging for the team to be put back together for so long.
yeah. Yeah, that is kind of stupid. I hate that when it's like, oh, we need you. It's like, well, I'm not fucking like...
No, see,
I'm not
my
like the
manager-
right-hand man of the company here. Like, fucking get somebody else to do it. Like, it's...
My manager is completely understanding, and he's like, yeah, if you're sick, you're sick. There's nothing you can do about it. But it's the fucking clients that they don't understand when you're not working on their stuff. Their stuff just stays stagnant, and so they get fucking pissed off, and there's nothing you can do about that.
Well, no, I know. I'm saying, like, there should be people there that do the work when you're not there. Because
And I
sometimes
have
shit
that now.
happens.
I have that now, but I didn't before, so.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, that's good that you have it now, but I think it's fucking retarded when you don't have it. Because it's
I
like
know.
you shouldn't have me as like the linchpin to hold everything together, unless I'm getting linchpin pay, which I know you're not.
I am not, but they had this grand scheme, this huge plan of how they're going to put this team together, and it was going to make the company tons of money. And the whole goal was I was on the team doing what I knew how to do, and then they brought another guy on the team whose experience lied in a technical area, but a different aspect, and we were supposed to cross train each other. But the other guy refused to get cross trained on what I was doing. He wouldn't straight up say no. He'd always be like, "Oh, I'm blah 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 doing this and blah." And so when we have time, then yeah, maybe. But he never would find the time to learn what I was doing. And I kind of wanted to learn what he was doing too. But the bittersweet ending to this all is that team is now dissolved, and my original team is now put back together underneath the same manager, which is fantastic, by the way, because he's a great manager. And now all the stuff that I don't have to do anymore, that the other guy refused to learn, I now have to teach him, and he has to learn it in his new position. So
well, here's the thing, Cameron. If he doesn't,
so it's bittersweet.
If you don't come in on this manager sleeping on a throne of bread, is he really that great?
He's probably one of the best managers I've had. So
fuck you, Cameron.
Throne a game of bread regardless.
All right, fine. You were okay. You know what? No, we're not going to do this right now. I got my Team Terra shirt on. I'm not going to do this right now. But anyway, no, it's fucking man. Okay, here's what happened at the post office the other day. So speaking of work and bullshit and expectations that make me very angry, got pulled into the meeting and they were talking about like, okay, well, we have the OTDL list, which is the overtime is desired list, right? So people that want overtime, okay. And I'm like, all right, I get that. I get that they get first dibs and we get second dibs. But one of the supervisors was like, if you get called in on a day that's your non-sched, so the day you're scheduled off for that week, you're supposed to tell them so that they give you another day off. And afterwards I was like, okay, wait a minute. So because I got called in because some fucking asshole regular employee decided to call off without any, like, warning or rhyme or reason, which is fine, whatever, use your time when you have it. Because I answered my phone and came in, I'm then subject to losing one of my other actual scheduled days and not getting any overtime because they should get the overtime first. Like, how fucking stupid is that? It's like, if you want the overtime, maybe you should show up for the regular time. Perhaps you should fucking come to work. And the thing that bugs me is, like, the example he used was when I came in, that was like the fifth person they called. And I told my boss, I'm like, if you guys do this, I'm not going to answer my fucking phone. Because I'm not going to come in and get like 6 hours and then lose a full 8 or 9 or 10 hour day just for helping you guys in a pinch. Like, I helped you. I get the fucking goodies from helping you. Not these fucking assholes that called off because they're lazy slobs and we don't actually need them to be there anyway. So they get away with it. Like, that's what that's going to result in, is me being like, yeah, I'm not coming in because I'm not going to come in and, like, risk getting fewer hours this week because I came in on a day that some fuckface didn't want to work. And all the people that are on that list were people that were called before me. So fuck that. I'm not going to fucking lose a day because they wanted overtime, but on their terms. It's like, you get it when it's there. Fucking hell, man. Like, God, is that fucking retarded, Cameron?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's
like, fuck you, man. Like, and those are the people they called first. And no one answers. Schweiss answers, and then Schweiss gets called out in the meeting like, oh, you're supposed to take another day off when you come in on your day off. I'm like, what? Like, how about, fuck you, you come in and do it, and I'll keep my day off because you fucking scheduled it for me. And the person that is crying about not getting their overtime should just stop fucking calling in. God. And it's not my fucking problem if a different shift doesn't get overtime because someone called in later at night. That's not even like the same thing,
I think it should just be obvious if you call in and you lose that time. It's just gone. You're no longer getting overtime because you no longer put in the hours. I mean, that's how it was for any other job that was on the clock for.
Yeah, that's what I told my direct supervisor. I was like, look, April, if we do this, I'm not going to answer my phone because I'm not going to come in Because, like, a lot of times they're like, oh, hey, you know, can you come in? I'm like, yeah, but I'm busy right now, so it's going to be a little while. And the last time I came in at, like, 8 o'clock at night, and I worked until, like, 3 in the morning. So I worked, or no, it was, like, 2. So I worked 5.5 hours. And if I would have had another day off during the week, I would have lost 2.5 hours. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that. So the moment you guys make me take another day off, I'm just never going to answer my phone again. I will not fucking answer it at all. Just ever. So, like, you could do that if you want to, but you're going to have to find some other fucking moron to come in and, like, risk losing money for some fat slob fuckface of a fucking employee that decided they didn't want to work today because they want a long weekend, but they didn't plan for it because they're fucking idiots who work there, and they've been elevated to a position where they think they could just do that. So that doesn't sound good. No, yeah,
that wouldn't fly anywhere else.
No, and it's not going to fly here either. Not for me anyway, and that's just how it's going to be. I will fucking show up on the day they say I'm supposed to be off and fucking work it because I'm not going to do that. Like, it's nonsense. And then I'll never answer my phone again after that. And if they give me any shit, I'll be like, well, you know, the schedule says I'm supposed to come in. That's what it is. So, fuck you. Yeah, I was so fucking mad at that. It's like, can't get mad that I got overtime when you didn't show up. Like, it's over time. It's over your normal time. If you don't have the normal time, it's not fucking over. So don't come to me crying because you didn't get over when you didn't get there.
I don't know if this is just Skype, but you're clipping real fucking bad.
Good. The clip, pound that clip, man. Pound it. But Jesus fucking Christ, I was so.
Yeah, what it sounds like is that they've picked a favorite. He's a real boy there at the post office, and he doesn't want to lose his hours, even though he took some time off. He just wants to switch stuff around, and so they cater to that because they like him, and he's a real boy, and that's what's really happening.
Yeah. It's bullshit, and I won't stand for it. So, and you know, I've got an organization that's got my back. I mean, it is an organization of lazy people, but they got to keep.
Might be
someone.
lazy alone, and we could be lazy together.
Exactly. They got to keep one person though as like the gold standard, and I'll be their golden poster boy of like, not all of us are lazy slobs.
This is what the union looks like.
Yeah,
no,
Balding,
you're just
28.
The communist poster boy, the one ripped dude who's like the moral booster.
Yeah, ripped.
Captain Communist.
The one spreading the oats into their open mouths.
That's right, yeah. That's right. Fucking A. But aside from Postal Rage, this week I have played a bunch of Final Fantasy 15 Comrades. I started that up. That's the next game due for Ultima Final Fantasy. If any of you guys out there are playing that or have played that game, you should jump in and join us for a few matches of this barren game. I'm trying to get.
What do you even do in that game?
It's
just
like
go do hunts or some shit.
Yeah, it's like hunts and little quests. That's it. And you upgrade your weaponry, and there's like a semi-complex weapon upgrading system, but it's really basic when you actually understand it. There's some great guides online. And you just go kill stuff. Yeah, it's like super grindy. It's nothing but like missions that you accept. Almost no story. Because you know when it takes place, right? Like the end of 15. Basically. 10-year span of darkness. Spoilers, by the way.
Any PvP?
No. Not that I know of, no.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. It's long. And I mean, it's funny because Joe's at like 15 hours, and he was like, "Oh, I think I'm almost done." And then we got one of the listeners on, and I was talking to him, and he was like, "Yeah, I've got like 35 hours, and there's no end in sight." And I'm like, "Fuck, this is gonna be an eternity."
Does it actually have a story?
Not really. Not really. Yeah, it's
then don't like put that much time into it. You don't really need to. Just play it till you feel like you're satisfied with what you got.
Yeah, but I mean, if we do that, we'll be playing it forever. So we'll never be satisfied.
You're never going to be satisfied. Well,
Probably not.
I guess that's true.
I think there is an end game, though. I think it does end. So that's what we have to get.
So there is a story.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but it's not much. I mean, you sort of just gather people, connect power lines. God. The currency is kilowatt hours, which I love because, like, my big thing lately has been, like the last year and a half, I'm like, man, the ultimate currency would be kilowatt hours. Because, like, that's, at the end of the day, that's what we need. You don't need gold. You don't need silver. All these things we placed nonsensical values on. Those are unnecessary. I think it should be a product and the money. So I think everything should be paid for with kilowatt hours. So the game at least sates that end of my reality where I'm spending kilowatt hours to get upgrades and new areas unlocked and stuff. That's about where the satisfaction ends, though. It's long and
your only satisfaction is the money.
Yeah, and you still have Gil, which bugs me. It should all be kilowatt hours. It should be nothing but kilowatt hours. But it's not, sadly. So I played a bunch of that. I played more Resident Evil 2 this week. I finished the Claire B scenario. So the way Resident Evil is set up, you have the A scenario and the B scenario. And depending on who you play first, which I've always played Leon first, you've got A and B, because Leon was the dude from 4, and I loved 4, so I just go Leon. So I beat it the first time last week, and then I went through and I beat the Claire B campaign. I unlocked the Survivor mode and the other campaigns and the other difficulties, and honestly, I wanted to jump right back in and play Resident Evil 2 again multiple times, because there are some trophies related to speedrunning the game, playing the game on hardcore difficulty, playing the Survivor mode.
Going for the plat, basically.
Yeah, playing the game without using a healing item, without using the item box, which allows you to store everything and, like, the items, like, go with you. So this is like a portal box, you know? If I put something in the box in the police station, it'll be in the box in the underground laboratory as well, because it's a magic box.
Love magic boxes.
Yeah, man, you never want to leave them, you know. But you want to see how much you could stuff in that magic box within reason to then pull out later.
Does the magic box in that game have a limit?
I don't think so. I have not seen the limit to this magic box, and I put a lot of stuff in there.
Nice.
I have stuffed that box to the brim, except it wasn't the brim, because there is no brim as far as I know.
I don't think there's an amount in 7 either.
Yeah, I think there might be an amount, but there's not enough items in the game to, like, max it out. So it's technically limitless. The only shitty thing is you can't start a new game and, like, have all your shit, as far as I know. So, like, I can't, like, stack my fucking items, so I can't go through the game with the Uber Magnum and just fucking plug everybody once and kill it. But there should be an unlimited submachine gun run or game mode, because that was in the original. So, but having a lot of fun with that, and I think that's about it for me this week. I didn't play any Madden or anything else. It was just those two. But now that we know what everyone's been playing this week, the real question, the important question is, has anyone beaten a game this week?
Yep, I beat Birth by Sleep and Birth by Sleep Point 2.
I mean, I obviously have not.
Are you really going to count Birth by Sleep Point 2?
Yeah.
Birth by Sleep.
Yeah.
It had an ending and credits.
All right, Birth by Sleep and Birth by Sleep Point 2 for Craig. Nothing for me, but I did forget to add Lego Jurassic World last week to my games beaten this year. or the week before, one of those weeks, because I was looking at my Hog Amp account and I'm like, okay, I have 5 games on here, but I don't have 5 games on the list. So and then I dug it up and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot to say that. So the Hog for the hosts is as follows: the Nude Clan Hog. I am King Hog, as is natural and the way of things, at 5 games beaten. Craig, a distant second with 3. Cameron,
Distant second.
an even more distant third with 0 games beaten in 2019. Guys, get in there. Get your Hog. Have you guys been keeping up on Hog this year?
Uh-huh. I think I'm in 4th place right now.
What about you, Cameron?
No.
You haven't been keeping up?
Nope.
So have you done things that you could have hogged
Yes.
and you haven't hogged them?
Correct.
Cameron, you got to do it, man. Like, what the fuck? What's the point of having...
Yeah, you're like involved with the dev team. You have less of an excuse to not do it than we do.
Yeah, I mean, Craig has almost no excuse, but you really don't. Like, how are you supposed to support him if you don't fucking hog?
I know.
God, dude, I'm so far down the list. Fuck.
Fucker.
The games aren't enough.
Are you below Joe? The last time I checked, Joe only had like 70.
Oh, I'm way above that. With my games alone, I'm over 100. I have like 368 or something like that. That's what I just said. What I just read, not said. So yeah, that's how it is, and that's how it's going to be. So, Craig, do we have a question for this week's episode? The question of the year.
Question of the year? Fuck. I mean, yeah, we do, but it'll take 1 second to get back to it. All right, so our question is from True Hoax. He said, now that God of War and Bird Box have made the names boy and girl acceptable names, would you consider naming any of your future children that, or anything else to make it easier to keep track of all of them?
To keep track of all of them? I don't know if boy and girl would make it easier to keep track of all of them, if we're talking like numerous children beyond 2. No, I think it's a stupid name. I think Bird Box is... I don't understand why they did that in that movie. So, like, have you guys seen Bird Box yet, Caleb?
No, I haven't. I've seen trailers, but I haven't actually watched it.
Okay. I don't understand why they did that with the kids in Bird Box. It doesn't make any sense. So, no. I wouldn't do that. Atreus has a name, and he uses the name, and I do call Jace boy a lot. But I've done that before God of War. Now I do it more because of God of War, obviously.
It's just influenced you.
Yeah, bald beard dad guy, Schweiss, just has to do it now. But no, I don't think I'd name one of my kids that. I hate stupid names. So like when I see someone with like the name Alexis, but it's Aleksis or SYS, some fucking stupid jack off spelling. And then I love it too because these are the same people who are like, it's Alexis, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I was trying to figure out if what was in front of me was a fucking typo or not. I apologize for mispronouncing your bullshit spelled name. Like, please forgive me. You should be mad at your parents, not at me, for giving you this stupid fucking spelled name. But that's kind of what that goes under for me. It's like fucking. Oh my god!
Would you count our names as that? Because the traditional spelling is with a C.
No, I mean I guess it kind of would count, but it's not like it doesn't matter. It doesn't phonetically fuck up the pronunciation of our name. It's just Caleb. Like it works with the K. It works with the C. It's fine if they put a C on there. I'm not gonna get like fucking booty hurt if I see a C on my Starbucks cup, you know.
Sure?
But if I see like,
you're sure you're okay with being called a C, Caleb?
No, I'll never be truly okay being called a C, Caleb. But if I see like Kilib, I'm like, do I fucking look Middle Eastern to you? Like,
Oh, dude.
Caleb.
Oh man! So
Like,
when
what the fuck?
dude, when I got in that car accident, like, and when I got that money that you fondly like to bring up all the time.
Yeah, when you had all that cash,
Yeah.
Caleb is a covetous
The-
rich, by the way.
Lies. The insurance lady kept calling me Khalib.
Was she like...
She was white.
Okay, that's what I was getting at.
I know.
Why would she call you Khalib? Have you never heard the name Caleb before?
I don't know. I
How the
honestly
fuck?
have no idea. But like, it's.
Did she add like a little to it or anything, or was it just?
I don't know. And
Khalib?
she just kept calling me Khalib, like, and it was like it's Caleb.
You sure your
And then
brain wasn't all fucked up from
I'm fairly certain. Yes.
clanking up against the side of the skull?
Yeah.
Imagine it's like a similar sound to like when a light bulb breaks, you know, like when the wiring just like a little poof, and then like it rattles from then on out, because it's like kind of like the little stem the brain was attached to snapped off, and it's just kind of like rolling around in this empty bowl of a skull. That's what's going on right now with Craig. If you shake him hard enough, you can hear it like spinning like a marble in a bowl. It's just.
I don't think that it would.
You'd be dead, but yeah. I don't get that. So no, I would never name a kid boy or girl, because it's just dumb, and it's dumb in that movie too. I think it's fucking.
It's not
stupid.
really
named
their
a boy or
name
girl in the
either.
movie?
It's just what they call them.
No, that is totally what their names are, though.
Atreus' name isn't boy.
Well, yeah, Atreus, but in that movie Bird Box, their names are boy and girl. It's the only two names they've ever known.
Really?
Yeah, and it's like dude.
Is there a point to that?
Yeah, but it's fucking dumb. It's a stupid point to an okay-ish movie. All right, the movie starts out amazingly. It starts out like, oh man, this is just like Quiet Place. This is just like The Mist. Like, it's got that weird, fucked up, like you don't know what's happening. It's really crazy. And then the second half happens, and it's not great. So, like, I don't know. You guys should watch it, though. The guy who does movies on Adam Carolla's show, I think, said it the best. He said it's a really good movie for people who don't watch movies. So, like, if you see in the movies that it's, like, kind of mimicking, you don't like it that much. But if you don't, and you have not, then you'll probably like it a lot. Until you start thinking about it, and it's like, okay, this doesn't really make any sense. And then you hear about how, like, at the end in the book, they, like, put everyone's eyes out to... God damn it, man. Are we getting so many fucking Skype calls on this episode? What the fuck? Yeah, you hear they put everyone's eyes out, and you're like, okay, but that doesn't really make sense as to why, but whatever. Fucking whatever. That's just... God. No. All right, so what do you think, Cameron?
I think that's kind of fucking stupid. Not giving kids names.
Do you think it's better or worse than having, like, a fucked up spelled name?
Oh.
Because one of them, you're going to instantly make your child an asshole when their name is misspelled. It's like, it's this. Or, like, it's pronounced this. It's like, okay, well, I mean,
if you raise a pretentious kid, they're going to be an asshole anyway. You might as well name it. So, what it's gonna be.
Okay, that's true. So if you plan on raising a pretentious child, give them a pretentious name.
Yeah, just let everyone else know ahead of time.
Like
It's
Kaylee,
like forewarning.
but it's Caileigh. It's the fucking most abysmal possible spelling of Kaylee.
So I just barely looked online, and this kid sues his parents for $250 for naming him Gaylord. So
Nice.
So
You
better
sued
watch
his
out when you
parents
name
for
your kids, because it might have some
$250?
legitimate grounds to sue you later.
$250?
No, $250,000.
Oh,
okay.
It sounded like you said $250, and I was like, what?
Did the 1,000
It's
clip
like,
become
was that
nothing?
for like changing his name or what?
Yeah.
No, so it's probably because of the emotional trauma that caused by his name as he was growing up.
You know, Gaylord is an honorable last name. I've seen a lot of Gaylords out there in my time.
There are a lot of Gaylords out there.
I've seen a lot of Gaylords
and
at
the name
post
Gay
office.
was pretty popular in like the 20s. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
I've seen a lot of Gaylords working at the post office. So, yeah, it's honorable.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a fucking great last name. I kind of wish mine was Gaylord.
I
Not
mean,
enough to change it, obviously. But
that seems wrong that they should be able to win a.
This doesn't have a good
lawsuit.
ring to it, though. Caleb Michael Gaylord.
yeah,
But that's not like that wasn't his last name though. It was his first name.
yeah.
right?
What about Gaylord Schweiss? Yeah, I think that sounds fucking sweet.
That's perfect.
Did we just name your baby?
Yeah. It's not going to be Nicholas anymore. It's going to be Gaylord.
Oh, you're naming him Nicholas?
Yeah, man. It's a good name.
No,
Look, we won't find him. We won't find him face down.
I can't. The name Nick has just been destroyed for me.
I'm not going to call him Nick. That'll make it easier.
What are you going to call him then?
I was just going to call him Nicholas by his full name. It's a good name, Craig. He just got a bad.
You do know he's going to become Nick, and you're going to start calling him Nick. This is going to happen.
No, there's a Nick at work, too. And I don't like that guy that much. He's all right, but
There's no way that you're going to keep calling him Nicholas his whole
I
life.
feel like Gaylord is a much better name.
maybe I'll get with Alex and we'll decide if it's going to be Nicholas or Gaylord. Man, that is a pretty fucking sweet sounding name, Gaylord Schweiss. God,
It is. It is a good sounding name.
he'd have thick skin. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he would. He is the Lord.
He is the Lord of the Gays. All right, we can do one more question. What else we got, Craig?
I don't think we have another question.
We gotta have another question, Craig. It's impossible not to.
We've kind of gone through a lot of our questions.
Yeah, but we
All of
haven't
them.
done questions in over a month.
Yeah, but we haven't gotten any new ones since then. All right, we do have one other one. It's from Bonsack. He says, is there any good Texas Hold'em games on PS4? Red Dead 2 is a good one.
Yeah.
I won my first few hands at Texas Hold'em.
Oh, nice.
When you play the game, all the story-based ones, you are forced to win. Just so you know.
I mean, my hands, a few hands in a row, did seem kind of good. So I was just trying to tickle their toes with just a little bit of betting, just to keep the pudding in the pot without actually scaring them away. So.
Yeah, I had fun with that Prominence Poker that we played for about 20 minutes. That's a free one, too, right?
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
As far as, like, getting your poker on, I think that's a good one. Craig and I have played that before. I think, Cameron, didn't you play Prominence Poker with us, too?
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe for a bit. Didn't we play that mobster poker thing for a minute?
that's what that was.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's okay.
I think that was a fine game. I mean, we didn't really go back, but it's not for lack
We
of
didn't-
entertainment.
We didn't quite reach the same levels as that Facebook poker thing got us to.
Oh, yeah. I remember Facebook poker. Those are good times. The Zynga poker or whatever.
Yeah, we played a lot of that. The thing I would love is, like, I'd get so mad when, like, there'd be some person in there that would, like, they would be on top of the world with the betting, right? And they would see that the person next to them, the only other person playing that's not in the side pot, has 10 chips left, and they would just bet like 1,000 chips. And then the person would bet
Create
10.
like another side pot.
Yeah, and the
basically.
person would like would put in their 10 chips because they want to keep playing, and then the person would win, and it would be just like a smiley face from them. And I'm like, yeah, you won 30,000 chips, but 29,000 of them were ones you put in that you didn't fucking have to. I'm like, does no one understand the side pot? Like, you banked these people out, and then you made the side pot huge. And the game's like, congrats, you just won 30,000 chips.
Yeah, it's like you were 99% of that side pot.
Yeah, like 29,000 of that was yours. What are you so fucking happy about? Like, it's God. Playing it, it's like you just got lucky. And you played the bet right, which is great. That's good. That's what the game is being lucky and playing the bet right. But
oh, dude, I just won $30,000 in this game.
Yeah, and then the other weird thing is, like, nice hand. It's like, thanks, I didn't really earn it. The thing you should be saying is like, wow, good plays. Like that was some really. I thought I had you, but you bet it just enough. Like Cameron's saying, you tickle my balls just a little bit, and then
exactly,
and then you yanked on the sack, and now it won't go back. It's no longer a ball of. It's no longer a ball of fucking clay. It's just
poker
destroyed.
is a gambling game. It's a game of luck, depending on what hands you have. But it's also a game of finesse, of learning how to read your opponent and know how to coax just enough out of the other players, or coax a little too much so they can't tell that you're bluffing, and they can't. Oh man, it's a game of being able to read others at the table is what it really boils down to, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and that's what makes it so awesome.
And that's why poker will always be much better if you just play it in person with people, because you can't really do that.
It's really
online.
interesting to watch poker too. Like if you watch those live tournaments, like you just watch the dudes like watching the other people like have their iPods like on and the fucking sunglasses to like hide their emotions and shit.
Yeah,
it's really interesting.
I think that's kind of cheap, but whatever.
But it's really a social game that you're playing with the other people at the table, and you lose that element when you do it online. When you do it online, you're resting more on luck, and then really the amount you're putting forward when you're betting is all you have to bluff with or to coax with, and that's all you have to play with. In person, it's so much better, and it's a lot better if there's something actually on the line. So
yeah, that's true. I don't know. It's a great game, though. I think Prominence Poker is a good way to start. And
yeah, it's a decent free one to play.
Yeah, free one. You got some trophies in there.
And everybody's going to have Red Dead, so I mean, there's that too.
Yeah, if they add
you basically
that to
have like two right there.
Yeah. All right, cool. Thank you guys for the questions. Please give us some more. You can go to nudeclan.net, click on the forums link, add your questions there. You can use the hashtag NudeClanQ, and I know there are more questions on that hashtag, so we have a few more that we're going to be able to use. But guys, keep us stocked up. We'll burn through them real quick if we don't, and we look forward to hearing your excellent questions. All right, Craig, let's talk about Uve Boll.
All right, so Uve Boll. So we have a question. I mean, a couple of things that I'm going to ask, and you guys are going to have to guess the answers to, if you can.
Craig and his guessing games.
They're not all. It's not all guessing. Just a few of them.
No. Oh, okay. I was like, no, I'm pretty sure they all are, Craig. Every episode you've ever had is.
That's not true. So the first thing is Boll has a doctorate. Can you guess in what?
A doctorate in screenwriting.
No. Cam, you have a guess?
No.
He has a doctorate in literature.
Actually, I fucking knew that because I looked it up at one point. Damn it, I knew that.
So, Boll has financed his own films through his production companies and crowdfunding. Do you guys know the names of his production companies?
I know one is Boll Production.
You're like mixing the two of them.
I know what it is, but I can't remember.
So it's Boll KG and Event Film Productions.
Okay.
And losing the financing and facing constant criticism, Boll partially retired from filmmaking in 2016 and went into the restaurant business, opening what restaurant?
It was a burger shop for sure.
It wasn't. I can
Damn
tell
it.
you that. It's actually a pretty fancy place. Like, really fancy.
Well, Craig thinks it's really fancy. I'm going to go with Olive Garden.
No, it's not Olive Garden.
Bauhaus?
It's a
That was a
German
dig on you.
restaurant called Bauhaus. Yep.
That sounds
Why
awesome.
Did it go under?
No, it's actually... Well, actually, I can't say that till later. So, Bull decided to go into movies after seeing a Marlon Brando film. Do you know which one?
Godfather.
No. Cam? Any guess?
I don't know. Let me think.
Do you know any Marlon Brando films other than Godfather?
No.
All right, it was Mutiny on the Bounty.
Oh, I was thinking like, okay, it's going to be one of those like old war ones.
Yeah.
And I think I've seen that. I can't remember though. Anyway.
So, Bull's first two major releases were the horror movies, the horror movie Blackwoods and the drama Heart of America, both of which he directed and co-wrote. And Bull also is best known for loosely adapting video games into movies, having directed and produced a number of such adaptations, including what?
Blood Rain.
I mean, I've seen the list before, so...
Blood Rain, Alone in the Dark, fucking House of the Dead. We've got Silent Hill. I don't know if that was him, though.
Nope, Silent Hill isn't on here.
Postal 2, Postal 3.
I don't think there's more than one of those.
There are. I think he might have just produced him, though.
He's
Dead or
got-
Alive was him, too, wasn't it?
No.
Fuck, I don't
He's
know.
got House of the Dead, Alone in the Dark, Alone in the Dark 2, Blood Rain 2, Blood Rain the Third Reich, In the Name of the King, Dungeon Siege Tale, Postal, and Far Cry.
Oh, Far Cry, that's coming up.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
yeah.
is.
Jesus fucking Christ.
In the opening credits to a movie he made called Seed, Bull used footage of animal abuse and torture that he acquired from PETA to underscore the film's nihilism. He also promised to donate 2.5% of his net profits from Seed to PETA.
Ha! Joke's on you, PETA. Didn't make any money.
In September 2010, a trailer for Bull's film titled Auschwitz was about the concentration camp was posted to YouTube. The trailer, in which Bull appears as an SS gas chamber guard, contains explicit scenes of the brutalization and killing of concentration camp inmates. Bull has been quoted as saying that the film, such as Schindler's List, no longer had the ability to reach young people, and that it was his duty as a German to make the film in a way of confronting the past.
Huh.
Bull is the subject of a documentary film titled Raging Bull, directed by Dan West, which is about his boxing stuff that he did.
Yeah.
Uwe Boll planned a fourth entry to the Blood Rain franchise in a contemporary setting involving her trying to live a normal life. The main actress was expected to return and it was supposed to be loosely based on Blood Rain 2. In August 2013, Bull announced plans to produce a sequel to Postal based on achieving $500,000 from a Kickstarter campaign. The campaign was canceled how many months later?
12.
5.
2.
I was
Oh.
closer.
You were Cam.
Why was it canceled?
I don't think it got anything on the Kickstarter campaign.
I was going to ask,
Or
when did this
didn't
just
get
turn into
enough,
Caleb
or-
reading us bull facts instead of asking us questions?
I mean, that's why I said it's not all just like a bunch of questions.
Okay.
In October 2016, during the interview of Toronto edition of Metro, Bull announced his retirement from filmmaking, claiming that the decline of DVD and Blu-ray sales, he said that he's had to use his own money to finance his work since 2005. In February 2018, he revealed in his vlog that he intends to return to film and has sent proposals to Netflix. However, he no longer wants to finance his own projects.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that's reasonable enough. Let's see if Netflix picks it up, though.
Boll's films have often performed poorly at the box office and around the world. House of the Dead, which was budgeted at $12 million, made how much in its opening weekend?
I'm going to say 6.7 million.
I'll go 5.
5 million?
Yeah.
Choice is closer. It's 5.73 million.
Damn it.
I'm barely fucking closer.
Barely, yeah. In the opening,
awful for an opening weekend, by the way.
Yeah. In its opening weekend, Alone in the Dark, which was budgeted at $20 million, made how much?
4.8.
Game.
It was budgeted at 20 million.
Yeah. Remember, this is a movie we just watched.
Oh, God. It's horrible. I'm going to go with a cool 6 mil.
It made $5.1 million.
Oh, well. That's... Also, it's not, like, trending down too much, right?
And too much? Blood Rain was made for $25 million and made how much?
I'm going to go 7 million.
6 million.
2.42 million.
Oh my God. Ben Kingsley did nothing for that movie.
And no, he did not.
And he wonders why he has to finance his own movies.
Jesus.
You're going to find out how he did that in a little bit. Because it's fucking nuts. The least profitable commercial performance of his career was In the Name of the King, a Dungeon Siege tale, which grossed a little over 10 million worldwide on how big a budget?
50 million.
Oh, man. I think he overshot that price a little bit. I'm going to go with 35.2 million.
It was 60 million.
Oh,
damn
my
it.
God. Oh, dude, that is terrible.
He lost 50 million on that fucking movie.
Oh.
In the
You don't do Dungeon Siege. Like, why would you do Dungeon Siege? What the fuck?
In the DVD commentary of Alone in the Dark, Boll explains how he funds his films. He says, maybe you know, but it's not so easy to finance movies in total. And the reason I am able to do these kinds of movies is I have a tax shelter fund in Germany. And if you invest in a movie in Germany, you basically get 50% back from the government.
Oh, so he only needs to make back half of what he spends.
Exactly.
They give you back
break
half
even.
of what you spend. Yep.
Wow.
So the loophole in the tax laws were actually shut down in 2006.
Oh, I was going to say Joe needs to set up a fucking an account in Germany.
And
that he
I'm
hates.
fairly certain it's because of Uve Boll.
God damn it.
But I can't say that for certain.
They're like, you know what? This is getting a little fucking out of hand. 50 million and you got 10. So you made 35 million. You come out scot-free and we get fucked. We get fucked for this.
Essentially, yeah. Boll has actually written 2 books, How One Must Make a Movie in Germany, and Genus Series and its genres on themes of serial television. As of April 2015, House of the Dead and Alone in the Dark appear in IMDb's bottom 100 film list. In a review of Alone in the Dark, Rob Vo states that the movie makes other bad movie directors feel better in comparison. It's okay to tell themselves, I didn't make Alone in the Dark. Another reviewer wrote that Alone in the Dark was so poorly built, so horribly acted, and so sloppily stitched together that it's not even at the straight-to-DVD level.
Yeah, I still love that that part with the generator, with the guy's like, Larry, no!
That was the most emotional part of the whole fucking movie. Was the dude and his generator. That was a love story that should have made it.
I spent all fucking day on this. No!
Man,
The part I keep coming back to is that when that one girl who died down at the bottom starts to fucking move before the scene.
Yeah, she starts to sit up.
Yeah, it's
like-
just like, come on.
How did you not see that in the editing room and the post editing room. Like, whoa, wait.
No. I think they saw it, but they're like, "Fuck it, we can't afford to go film that scene again, so we just got to use it." And so that's why it cuts so quickly, because they try to cut it out before you see her move too much.
Yeah, God, dude, Jesus.
So Boll also tried to make a bid for a 2016 movie. Do you know which one?
So he wanted to direct a movie in 2016?
Uh-huh.
I'm going to say King Arthur.
No. Cam?
In 2016?
Yep. It's a video game movie. Pretty much the only one that came out that year.
Did he? I don't know.
It was Warcraft.
Oh.
He was turned away by the owners of the Warcraft franchise, Blizzard Entertainment, who said, "We will not sell the movie rights. Not to you. Especially not to you."
Especially not to
Boll
you.
commented, "Because it's such a big game success that maybe a bad movie would destroy that ongoing income that the company has with it."
World of Warcraft is pretty big. I mean, that one's not really made off of World of Warcraft per se.
Just Warcraft.
Yeah.
So Blair Erickson, a writer and of a treatment for Alone in the Dark, has written a critical account of his experience working with Boll, in which Erickson alleges that Boll stole ideas from prior movies and wanted to add elements to the story that were not true to the tone of the source material. Boll also chose not to use Erickson's script, citing reasons such as it having what?
Racial slurs.
No.
Nazi symbols.
No.
A good plot.
That kind of.
Germans
But not
painted in
really.
a bad light.
No, the reason that he wouldn't accept his script is because it didn't have enough car chases for Alone in the Dark. which
Was
is
there a car
horror
chase?
movie. I think there was like
There was one.
Okay.
So that's really a terrible reason.
Yeah.
Boll has blamed poor theatrical performance of his early video game adaptations on his distribution company, Romar, and has filed a lawsuit against them.
Wow.
So he sued his own company because he blamed it for doing poorly.
Damn. Well, you should just fire the guys, honestly. I don't know how that well works, though, so whatever.
Boll received a rare Worst Career Achievement Award in the 29th Golden Raspberry Awards on February 21st, 2009 for what?
No. Far Cry.
Mm-mm. There's 3 movies, and that's not it.
Oh, it's for 3 movies. Alone in the Dark.
Far Cry.
I
And
think
Blood
they
Rain
came
2.
out for that year.
Oh, he made 3 movies in 1 year. Holy fucking God. No, I have no clue.
All right, the movies were In the Name of the King, 1968 Tunnel Rats, and Postal. That's why he won the worst.
Okay, I kind of
Career
want to watch
Achievement Award.
1968 Tunnel Rats. That sounds appealing.
Does it?
Yes.
Boll has been nominated how many times for a Raspberry?
20.
I'm going to go with 15.
3.
Only 3 noms? Man, no wonder he's so pissed off. Like, he doesn't even get nominated for the worst, you know? It's like, I feel like Uwe Boll would be like a stat whore, you know? Like, I know you guys don't do football at all, but like Brett Favre, you know, one of the most achieved quarterbacks of all time. He had a ton of touchdowns. He had a ton of all these things. But the funniest stat that I always made fun of, he has like a ton of touchdowns and shit, but he has the most interceptions ever, too. And his last throw, the very last throw this guy had in his whole career was a pick. He just threw an interception in a playoff game, and then he retired. And I'm like, he's so obsessed with stats that he's like, well, there's a guy open on the field, but I'm going to throw it to the guy looking right at me that's defending. I'm going to get one more interception to make damn sure I'm number 1 on that fucking interceptions list. It's like, it's not enough to get touchdowns. It's not enough to give your team points. You got to give the other team points every once in a while. Like, That's how Uwe Boll feels to me sometimes. He's like, well, I'm not going to win anything for being good. So let's be as shitty as possible. Let's see if I can get those raspberries. And he's like, I can't even get those. 3 nominations? Are you fucking kidding me? I try so hard to not try. And this is what I get for it? Nothing? God damn it.
Yeah, man. So Boll does not shy away from his critics at all. So in the Alone in the Dark DVD commentary, he responds to criticism that his adaptations make significant changes to the plot and style of the source material. He says fans are always totally flipping out, and I understand that the fan of a video game has his own agenda in his head and has his ideas about what is a good movie and what is a bad movie. And referring to House of the Dead, Boll said, I think I made a perfect House of the Dead movie because it really shows how the game is and is a lot of fun and over-the-top action. Boll especially is critical of his internet detractors, referring to 2 Ain't It Cool News critics who negatively reviewed his work. Boll said Harry Knowles and Quint are retards. Boll later claimed that Knowles was being played by film studios that kissed his ass with set visits and pretend offers to produce large budget films, and suggested to Knowles that the reason he did not like him was because he never kissed his ass.
Uwe Boll sounds awesome. We should have him on the podcast. He'd be our 4th host.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
Boll also criticized the game companies themselves for not providing support to the production following the selling of the film rights. He cites that the cross-promotion and support of which comic-based properties adaptation for the screen receive, whereas video game companies often sell off the license and then forget about it. He argues that this is the reason video game adaptations are not well received by critics and audiences.
Okay.
When Wired published a negative review of Postal, Boll responded with an email claiming that the critic didn't understand anything about movies, that he is an untalented wannabe filmmaker with no balls and no understanding what Postal is. He doesn't see the courage because he is nothing, and he should go to his mom and fuck her because he cooks for her for 30 years, and so she deserves it.
Upstanding gentleman Boll is.
Boll stated that this angry email was sparked not by the review, but because the Wired editor told Boll in person that the editor loved the movie and then published a negative review.
So he has serious issues.
Yeah. Boll made headlines by challenging his critics to put up or shut up. In June 2006, his production company issued a press release stating that Boll would challenge his 5 harshest critics each to a 10-round boxing match. Invitations were open to film directors Quentin Tarantino and Roger Avery. To qualify, critics had to have written 2 extremely negative reviews of Boll in print or on the web. In 2005, footage from the fights were to be included on the DVD of his upcoming film Postal. On June 20th, 2006, Rich Lotax Kayanka stated that on Something Awful that he has been invited by Boll to be the first contestant after Kayanka reviewed Alone in the Dark. The online gambling site GoldenPalace.com decided to sponsor the event, dubbing it Raging Boll. A lot was drawn up in the late August 2006 featuring Kayanka, Rue Morgue magazine writer Chris Alexander, webmaster of Snitcher? I'm not sure how that...
Snitcher?
I'm not sure. Carlos Palencia, Jimenez Arguello? I'm not sure if that's right. Ain't It Cool News writer Jeff Snyder and Chance Minter, amateur boxer and website critic. Boll fought and won against all 5 participants. The first match took place on September 5th, 2006 in Estepona, Spain, against Carlos Palencia, and the others battled on September 23rd, 2006 in the Plaza of Nations in Vancouver. So he battled the rest of them in one day.
Wow. That's impressive.
And he
Shit.
beats all 5.
So he's 5-0.
Yeah,
God
he is.
damn.
He's a beast. Electronic Gaming Monthly's November 2006 edition of the Rest of the Crap section, written by critic Sean Baby. I'm not sure if that's his actual name.
Sean Baby.
Described his own involvement. Boll was going to appear on G4's Attack of the Show to promote this fight by sparring with one of the hosts. Sean Baby stated that, again, he's a matchmaking genius because everyone on TV is 3 feet tall, and if you were watching Attack of the Show during the time I co-hosted, you might have noticed that I could have leaned over and eaten host Kevin Pereira. A producer of the show then asked Sean Baby, would you come and spar at the host place for the event? And Sean Baby said that he trains in Muay Thai and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, stating that boxing is to fighting what Hungry Hippos is to fighting. But that he was eager to fight Boll nonetheless. And when Uwe Boll heard this, he wanted to know Sean Baby's age, height, and weight, and fighting experience, since he learned that he wasn't fighting a midget. And then Sean Baby stated that he had sent information to Boll, after which Boll chose not to appear on the program.
Too bad. I used to watch that a lot.
Yeah. And in 2008, Guardian ran an article claiming that Boll had promised to retire if in an online petition asking him to... Okay, so Boll had promised to retire if an online petition at petitiononline.com asking him to do so received 1 million signatures. A petition was later started on the site in response with the 1 million signature goal. On May 7th, 2008, the makers of Stride Gum announced that they would have each signer a digital coupon for a pack of gum if the petition obtained the required 1 million signatures by May 14th. The deadline ultimately passed without the petition getting 1 million signatures. A later interview with Mike Gincarelli of the Movie Mike's website on March 22nd, 2010, Boll stated that he would not retire if the petition received 1 million signatures, commenting, I think, no, it's been too long. If they would have made it to 1 million in like 2 months, then they would have had something. They even got sponsored by that gum factory. I felt like it's 3 years later, forget it. I also felt like people signed up numerous times on the petition, so it was probably only like 150,000 people that actually signed it.
I mean, he might have a point there.
And the petition itself failed to reach the 1 million signatures by the time the petition online shut down on September 30th, 2014, peaking at around how many signatures?
50,000.
I'm thinking that they probably got around 55,000.
It actually only had 353,000 signatures.
Okay.
So his restaurant, Bauhaus, has received overall positive reviews from local and international food critics, and the restaurant is ranked, on the 2016's Canada list of best restaurants, 100 best restaurants.
25.
It'd probably be up there, yeah, top 30 at least. Let's go with spot number 14.
It actually is ranked at 37th on the list of 100 best.
Damn.
It's also listed in the world's 50 best restaurants Discovery Series in 2017, being one of only 3 Canadian restaurants to be included. Boll has remarked on his newfound success in owning a restaurant as, "It's interesting, right? I only had to open up a restaurant to get good reviews."
Wow. He's like, this whole time I could have been on top of the world, but...
This whole time I can open a restaurant and hire people who are good at their job and get good reviews.
Yeah. Goddamn.
Yeah. So that's Uwe Boll.
Uwe Boll in a nutshell, huh?
Kind of want to go to Bauhaus now. Do you want to plan a trip there?
Go to Vancouver and get some Bauhaus.
Yeah, Vancouver's. How far up is Vancouver?
It's West Coast, just north of Washington. So
that's not too far, right? That's not too bad. You know what?
Shouldn't be.
Let's go Provo to Vancouver.
it's an island. So
Provo to Vancouver. You want to drive it?
Yeah. It's funny. It keeps trying to ask, don't you mean Vancouver to Provo? I'm like, no, I actually want to go there. I don't want to leave there. I'm sure I will want to when I get there, but to come home. 15 hours, 2 minutes away.
I mean, fuck it. I have my passport.
I do not.
How far is it to Bauhaus?
Provo, Utah to Bauhaus. Is it just BOW house?
It's HAUS.
House. Okay.
Bauhaus.
The internet does not know. Oh, no, there it is. There it is. Oh, it says Bow Wow. Bow Wow House. 4th plus Pine. And that is in Canada. Just
is
under
in
15
Canada.
hours. So we could go there, call him out to his face, do a boxing match, bring him home as a 4th host, call it a day.
Yeah?
Yeah. Where we review his critics' movies.
His critics' movies?
Yeah, favorite movies.
I don't think all of his critics have made movies.
Well, favorite movies of his critics. We should have commentaries. with
So
people.
his restaurant hours are 5 p.m. till 10 p.m.
Oh, wow. Very, very exclusive times.
Yeah, it's
That
supposed to
usually-
be a really fancy German place.
Usually means you can't afford to have it open all day.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair.
But it has quite a few good reviews, man. So there's 422 reviews in total. And it still has a 4.5 star rating, which is excellent.
Oh yeah, he hired some really really well known and like some of the best chefs that had earned like Michelin stars and everything.
I mean, like I said, the reason why he's getting good reviews is he hired people who are good at their job and he lets them work.
Yeah, he went into the restaurant business because he liked fine dining, so he made his own fine dining restaurant.
Yeah. That's impressive. I do want to go. I do want to go eat some fucking Uve Boll restaurant stuff.
You want to go eat?
What if he
Uwe
had a
Boll?
dish called the Uve Boll, but it's like a bowl, BOWL, the Uve Boll.
That would be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
We'd definitely have to eat the Uwe Boll.
I mean, Vancouver is a pretty big city. I'm pretty sure there's nerd events there that we could justify going up that way.
Probably.
That would be fun. We'll have to come up with some reason to go up there.
Oh, he has a bio on that website.
On what website?
On the restaurant website.
Oh, nice.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, guys, I don't know, do you guys have anything else to add? Uwe Boll, love him, hate him. I think he's a big part of the video game movie industry, undeniably so. And for better or for worse, he's here and he's
Somewhat of a pioneer, I guess.
Yeah. Not very many video game movies are out there, and he's done a lot of them.
I love how he spins it in his bio on the website. He goes, Uwe Boll was only 10 years old when he started filming shorts on his Super 8 camera. His drive to become a filmmaker has resulted in an explosive career in which he has financed, produced, and directed 35 features, including Darfur, awarded Best Film at the New York Film Festival, Rampage,
supposed to be his best
Auschwitz,
movie.
Max Schemling, and Assault on Wall Street. His films have been screened in over 100 countries and at more than 70 international film festivals.
Yeah. Yep. They certainly have.
Man, I kind of wish he would come to like Sundance or something. Get him to come to us so that we could fight him on our hometown. You know.
Now I want to try the
The
Bauhaus,
home
man.
turf. Yeah, we gotta try that Bauhaus. You know, like having read all of this shit and gathering it made me just want to watch the rest of his movies. We need to put him out there and then get him to notice.
He has retweeted us when we tweeted out the last episode. I kind of wish he would have. I kind of wish he would have fucking.
It's true. Maybe we should just like message him on
Challenged us.
Twitter and then be like, "Hey, is that boxing thing still open?
Yeah.
We want to fight you."
I want to come up and eat your food and fight you.
He is an interesting figure, that's for sure.
Yeah. I think he would probably provide dinner for you after he beat the shit out of you. You know.
Maybe. I mean, depending on his opinion of you afterwards. I mean, he doesn't take to.
He said that he liked the critics he fought afterwards because none of them tried to duck out.
Yeah, that's good. See,
So
yeah.
he appreciated him.
Yeah, the respect. I mean, come on. I'd love to fucking step in a ring with him, even though I'd be fucking destroyed. I just love the chance.
Yeah, just how crazy that is.
Yeah.
I want to do it. I want to get ringed by fucking Uve Boll.
That would be such an interesting thing. We'd have like the best episode after that.
Yeah. They're all fat-lipped and like barely understandable, but it'd be so emotional. So
We'll all
perfect.
be like Sylvester Stallone.
So this restaurant does garner the $4 signs on Google, so
The $4 sign?
Yeah, that's a
Sweet
pricey
damn.
motherfucker.
and then on his website there are no prices, just so you know.
Oh, it's one of those where if you have to ask, you can't afford it.
And it looks like it's more of a meal experience where you sit down and then the whole you look at a menu, but it's more or less they kind of like bring out the courses for you.
Interesting.
Very.
I wouldn't mind doing that.
I know, yeah. That man, we need to take a trip.
Oh, actually, if you go to the a la carte, it's not too bad. I mean, these are Canadian dollars, so
Yeah, we'll be like kings up there, right?
no, their
not
dollars
really.
not far behind us. They
Oh.
used to, and like the Canadians love to mention that there was one point where the Canadian dollar was worth more than the American dollar.
It was like a year.
Was it like the Great Depression?
2008. So
So yes. The second one. Jesus. All right, well,
it's not that bad price wise if you go as a la carte menu.
yeah, we should do it, man. We need to make this happen.
Go to Canada just
I mean,
for
we can make it
Bowl.
happen. A trip to Canada would not be too expensive.
It would be pretty sweet.
We could drive or fly.
I would drive it. That's a road trip. That's a road trip
Sweet.
for sure.
I mean,
Let's do it.
Yeah, it's not that far. I mean, it would be kind of cool to do that.
Yeah, I say we go for it and see if we can get Bowl to dine.
Let's see if there's any sort of Comic-Con
Have him
type
dine
events
with
up in
us.
Vancouver.
Yeah. I know they had KupoCon, but I don't think it was Vancouver last time. I don't know for sure though, but I think it was one of the other things they have up there, the other places. I think instead of the back part of the hat where your hair comes out of, where America's luscious locks poke out of, I think it might have been closer to the bill. But I'm not 100% sure. We'll have to look. But we gotta like cement it as like a KupoCon or a convention trip, you know, and then go to Uve Boll's thing and then fight the man.
Yeah. Let's see if we can get it to happen. I mean, he's obviously aware of us on Twitter. I mean, it was just last week he retweeted my tweet of the fucking show. So he's on Twitter and he's going through the meager amount of tweets he's involved in. So
Yeah, it's pretty slim pickings for that guy.
We should contact him and be like, hey, we want to fight you, and then go to Bauhaus.
Yeah, You guys want to do it?
I mean, I think that'd be fucking hilarious if you went ahead and tweeted that out.
Yeah. We should do it. I'm going to try it, see what happens. Like, can we eat at your restaurant and then have a fist fight?
No. It's can we box you and then eat at Bauhaus?
Yeah. I'm going to tweet him out. I'm going to add that to the tweet when we tweet this episode out for the fans, for the listeners. All right, I think that's everything, though. Guys, follow the show, listen to the show, give us reviews, give us all the goodies. You know where to find us. You know how to support us. Please stay tuned for another episode of Nude Clan. Until next week,
Enjoy the nude.
Get good.
Live always in the nude.
Yeah!